There's more breaking news. An appeals court just ruled that a federal judge cannot move ahead with criminal contempt proceedings against Trump administration officials involved in a very high-stakes immigration case. CNN's crime and justice correspondent Caitlin Polance is following these developments for us. What are you learning, Caitlin?
Wolf, it is significant breaking news here. It is a federal appeals court siding with the Trump administration in how they handled removing immigrants from American soil, sending them to a Salvadoran prison. There was a judge, a district judge, Jeb Boasberg in Washington, who had said turn the planes around. And then he believed that the Justice Department likely violated his order intentionally. He was going to hold Trump administration officials in criminal contempt or look at criminal contempt. And today, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals said, no, he cannot do that. He does not have that power. And they are trying to diffuse the tension between the court, this judge, Boasberg, and the Trump administration. Two judges, both Trump appointees on the appeals court, saying that lower court, they should stay out of foreign policy that the Trump administration, the President Donald Trump is trying to conduct. Attorney General Pam Bondi, in a statement in social media just now, she responded to this ruling saying, our Justice Department attorneys just secured a major victory defending President Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport illegal alien terrorists. The D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed what we've argued for months. Judge Boasberg's attempt to sanction the government for deporting criminal alien terrorists was a clear abuse of discretion, failed judicial overreach at its worst.
Yeah. So it's funny that CNN didn't show you the whole tweet or post that Pam put up. This was her entire post. Our Justice Department attorneys just secured a major victory defending President Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act, we'll refer that as the AEA, to deport illegal, can we say the word yet, or are we still not allowed to? Alien terrorists. The D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed what we've argued for months. Judge Boasberger, his attempt to sanction the government for deporting criminal alien terrorists was a clear abuse of discretion, failed judicial overreach at its worst. I mean, can you get more of a spanking by a superior court telling you it's the worst? It's one of the worst things we've ever seen, you piece of crap court. We will continue fighting and winning in court for President Trump's agenda to keep America safe. That is effing huge. Now you're seeing, and by the way, just like I told you to tell the trolls and people who give me a hard time, now can you start ignoring all these people who say Pam Bondi's not doing anything? Can we clear the deck and say, yeah, go away. You're not watching. You're panicking. I believe at this point, she's like 19 or 20-0. All these district court rulings, one by one, are just getting slapped down. Yes, it took a lot of time to get, a lot of time? It's 200 days. It's close to 7 months. Now he's got, as he continues to slap these things down, he's going to have years of runway. See, their problem was they loaded it all up front, trying to stop everything now, and now they got nothing left. President Trump is going to run roughshod over these people, and they know it. They know what's going to happen. You see, a lot of us last week, including myself, we were wondering, why would John Thune and why would Mike Johnson, why would they give Congress and the Senate the entire month of August off? There's so much to do. And a few of us, me, has said, I think President Trump got what he wanted right now. And what he wanted right now was give me these few people, and then you guys leave town, and I'm going to just take over. There's not going to be any news cameras here. Remember, because they're all gone. They can't just run out front and do a gaggle. They're not here. They'd have to all come back to Washington. So President Trump in the White House with his staff basically has the entire month to do whatever he wants. And I do mean whatever. And they have no way to stop him. So when you grasp that and think to yourself, wait a minute, was this part of the genius? Well, let me ask you, This happened at about 11:44. You're not seeing any congressman or senator or anybody else running to a microphone. Chuck Schumer's not in the halls of the Senate screaming. I don't even know where Chuck Schumer is right now. Maybe he's off the coast of Azerbaijan. Who knows? Right now, he's doing it. Today, what I'm going to show you is truly Retribution Friday. I had a show scheduled, all planned out. And I'm like, bam, bam, bam. And it's all happening on a Friday afternoon. And it's only 1:30. Probably there'd be more coming if he hadn't, doesn't have to entertain these two guys that are showing up today. But don't let anybody tell you Pam Bondi's not doing anything. I don't want to hear from the abstiniacs. Nobody. Done. 20, 21-0, whatever it is that she's doing. And now they got the Boaz Burger guy spanked by an appellate court. They're done. It's got to start settling into people. I see so many people, I'm not going to name any names, who are so anti-progress, Trumpian progress. They just want to complain about everything. I don't know if there's a lot of money in complaining. I don't know. But for some reason, instead of absorbing the success, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a lot of people applauding today. There are going to be people, I know Benny's applauding. You're probably going to see Patrick Bet-David. You're probably going to see Charlie Kirk. You're going to see some people applauding. But look at the fringe and see how many people are like, this is freaking awesome. You just heard one so far. This is the first one. And it's incredible because it just keeps happening today. So I'm going to start with more because you're not going to believe some of this stuff. But I've decided to call this next segment, The Storm is Upon Us. And if you remember, President Trump at one meeting in the White House, he says there's a storm coming. And one of the reporters said to him, what do you mean a storm? When's it coming? You'll see. You'll see. And today, I think we got a good trailer, a good preview of what's about to happen. If you had any doubt that he wasn't going to do what he told you he was going to do, today will definitively put an exclamation mark on that, and you will understand that everything he said he was going to do, he is now effecting. And they can't stop him. Imagine if you've completely defanged or de-armed your opponent. That's what he's done. There is nothing they can do. They can't even run back to the Senate. Nope, can't come in here. You're done. We're not doing anything. We're closed for business right now. You can run to the media, but what are you going to do? Complain? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I thought to myself, if he's not taking complaints right now, then guess what? I'm not going to take it either. So let's look at the storm that has now come into Washington. This is unbelievable.
With the probe, tell Fox News that New York Attorney General Letitia James and her office is under investigation by the DOJ here in Washington. We're told that Attorney General Pam Bondi signed off on the probe. Subpoenas were sent to James's office, and there is a grand jury investigation underway in the New York State capital of Albany. The specific investigation, my colleague Jake Gibson, Ashley Oliver, and myself are being told involves deprivation of rights, which in plain language means someone in a position of legal authority violating someone else's constitutional or legal rights. Those sources tell Fox News the DOJ is going after James because she took then former President Donald Trump to court, quote, simply because she didn't like him and campaigned on getting him. DOJ, led by Bondi, believes she violated his First Amendment rights dealing with free speech. James has said before she believed Trump inflated his net worth to get good deals on loans from lenders and other financial benefits. Ms. James won in a court judgment of over $450 million against the Trump organization. Trump is appealing, and it's pending. The entire scope of the grand jury probe in Albany, Dana, is unclear. Grand juries are secretive, but we've learned from these well-placed sources it stems from a recent strike force set up inside the Justice Department to investigate an alleged plot to tie Trump to Russia in 2016. Sources say that strike force has expanded to other topics. Now, to recap, The Justice Department has initiated grand jury proceedings in Albany, New York, against the Empire State Attorney General Letitia James. But remember, this is important. A grand jury simply decides if there's enough evidence to indict. To be clear, we are told this is very early in the process, and no one, as I speak to you right now, is facing any charges at this time. Fox News reached out to Attorney General James's office multiple times, but we've yet to hear back.
Yeah. Ooh, that's number 2 for the day. Okay, Bo Asperger, SmackDown. The complete SmackDown. Now, they've launched a grand jury against Letitia James. So some of you guys may be saying, well, the grand jury, as Fox is trying to cover their butts because they're in New York. You understand, Fox Studios, Fox News is in New York. They got to be very careful not to piss off Letitia James. Big Letty might come down on Fox News if they say the wrong thing. But as you've been told many, many times, you can indict a ham sandwich. So she's going to get indicted. There is no doubt she's going to get indicted. There's doubt whether she'll be convicted, but she will get indicted. There's plenty of information now. Plenty of information. Pam Bondi said, or first on Fox, Attorney General Bondi has authorized a special prosecutor, which he didn't mention this. He has authorized a special prosecutor, Ed Martin, to investigate allegations of mortgage fraud involving Senator Adam Schiff and Letitia James. That was separate from this. Okay, understand. Let me break it down. Deep breath. They got a grand jury working on whether or not she, violated President Trump's civil rights. And by going after him, by trying to deflate the value of a gazillion-dollar property, arguably the number 1 property in the entire Southeast. She said, oh, it was only worth like $15 million. That dirt cost 70 or 80 million. But anyway, that's that case. That's one problem that Big Letty has. Number 2, now Big Letty has also got a special prosecutor crawling up her butt. 2 separate cases. 2 separate cases. I want you to make sure you understand that when you see people swirling around Twitter saying Pam Bondi's not doing anything. You got one case here going to the grand jury, and they got another case going over here with a special prosecutor. Big Letty, you're about to spend a whole lot of money. If nothing happens, you're going to feel the retribution of Trump. Well, it's just, he's just going after her because she went after him. What's your point? What's your point? I am going to obliterate the deep state. I am going to take down all of these people. You've been arms, you've been propaganda, you've been weapons of the deep state. It's not my fault. You tried to get in bed with them. And there's so much video of her talking about how she's going to go get Trump. I'm going to go get Trump. Talk about weaponization. What do you call that? I don't see one video of President Trump going, I can't wait to get in office so I can, as soon as I get in office, oh yeah, I'm going to take down Big Letty. Nope. You won't see one video like that. But you got a whole bunch from her. How's she going to defend that? That was your campaign slogan. I am going to take down President Trump. Trump sucks. Trump's racist. Trump's Hitler. Okay. Hey, grand jury, here's all this evidence showing the animus that she had towards President Trump. She foretold what she was going to do. She campaigned on what she was going to do. It's not hard to see that she did it because she hates Trump or because somebody told her to go after Trump. Either way, Letty, get the checkbook out or start talking. You got no choice at this point. It's coming. That's just one lawsuit. Now you got a special prosecutor. You have a special prosecutor at this point who has been given the permission to bend you over and put the microscope in places people don't want to see and come after you. And if one thing leads to another, so be it. Hey, we found this. Oh, we found this. Where did she get the money to buy the property? Where'd the down payment come from? Oh, we need to get her bank records. Oh, let's subpoena that. Let's subpoena this. Everything they did against Trump, they're going to suffer right now. And you can bet your ass these people aren't nearly as clean as President Trump is. President Trump knew way back when he was doing development in New York, I better be clean because they're going to come after me. I am too much of a target. I am too rich. Everybody's going to want to sue me. Big Letty wasn't that kind of careful. Now, in addition, we need to talk about this other guy here. Yeah, this other guy, Adam Schiff. See, Adam Schiff, I got a pardon. I'm pardoned. That's not going to work. This is mortgage fraud. It's not your January 6th stuff. This is mortgage fraud. I doubt you're going to be able to take that piece of paper and say, hey, listen, I got a pardon from somebody who knew how to use the auto pen, so I can't be prosecuted. Yeah, good luck with that, Adam. That was for January 6th. This is for mortgage fraud. They're coming for you. And what's even more important here on Retribution Friday is that Adam's not even in Washington. And he's hearing about this now. He may have heard about it. They may have contacted his attorney. But the big thing is, the rest of them are now hearing this. Fannie Willis must be now hearing this. All of them. He's not playing, is he? No, he ain't playing at all. He's coming for you. You had fun. You laughed at him. You made your videos. You accused him of all things, all kinds of things. You accused him of doing something in a department store bathroom or a dressing room. You accused him of doing something with a pole dancer, and you made a mockery of it, and you took his mugshot. You went through Melania's underwear drawer. You kicked it. Oh. Did you think he was just going to let it go? That's what I understand when I hear people say, oh, Pam's not doing anything. Do you think that he got in power and has told us for some time, I'm going to obliterate the deep state, and he didn't mean it? Well, I bet you right now, if you ask Big Letty and you ask some of these other people, how do you think things are going to turn out for you? At least, at the very minimum, you're going to blow millions. Ask Michael Flynn. At the very minimum, to keep your sorry ass out of jail, you are going to spend millions. And don't let it come from bad sources. Don't let people be able to find out that you only had a couple $100,000 in the bank, and all of a sudden, where's this millions of dollars coming for your defense? Oh, I raised it. You think anyone's going to want to touch this? You think for an instant anybody's, hey, you're nuclear right now, girl. Hey, Adam, love you, but can't help you. This is going to be fantastic. And this is the opening round. I feel like we're watching the Red Wedding on Game of Thrones, because today's Friday, and by noon, it was like bam, 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 bam. This is fantastic.